What's up, you guys? Welcome to Nonsense at 9, a daily show where I talk about literal nonsense at 9 p.m. Central every single weekday. And today I want to talk about the most exciting fights in the world. You might be thinking, is this boxing? No. Is this UFC? No. It's fights on the golf course. Now you've got two guys who are double digits in weight. They haven't even broken 100 pounds yet. Yelling at each other, threatening each other, and just waiting for the other person to throw a punch first so that way their dad can sue the other person's dad. And these fights are the lamest but they're most entertaining. I mean, you can't get enough of it. You've got Kenny and Jake squaring up, saying that my dad's going to sue you, no, my dad's going to sue you, going back and forth, throwing paws, not landing one, and it usually just ends in someone tackling the other person, throwing a couple of these in there, and then that's it, and then the guy walking away saying that like he beat his butt even though there was just no action. But they're amazing. You've got two guys. The golf course is a place not for fighting, it's for golf. But you've got guys in their most fragile state. I mean, playing golf poorly, it makes you so pissed at yourself. So you're already on edge, and then someone says like one thing to you, and you're like, all right, let's throw down right now. And the fights are never good. They're never good. That's why they are good, for the fact that you got guys that look like they should be at typically it is at the country club, but they're just throwing hands and they don't look like they should be at all, but they do, which is what's great about it. These guys have never been in a fight before. One of them somehow always tends to take their shirt off. I don't know how or why, but their shirt's always off. And that collar gets popped immediately. That collar gets popped, but both parties are too scared to throw the first punch because they don't want to get sued by the other person's dad. And that's exactly what happens. And these fights are beautiful for the fact that they're not supposed to be fighting, but they are. Because they love the game of golf, they love their country, and they love competition, even though they can't win a competition with themselves because they're so pissed off that they shanked their 15th shot of the hole. You've got guys straight acting up out there. I mean, the amount of yelling, especially when it's between older guys, it's absolutely amazing. Like, the comebacks and shots that they're throwing vocally at the other people make no sense. Make no sense, but that's why it's great. Listen, you watch that fight, no one won, but somehow both of them come out thinking they both won, even though all it was one kick to the shin and two punches to the gut after one individual tackled the other, and they both walk away with like their shoulders up, just kind of doing the Conor McGregor walk, just swaying their shoulders, even though they somehow both lost. No one won, they both lost somehow. And just the collared shirts, once you see that Vineyard Vines popped, you know they mean business. And you know that Richard's going to go hard at, I don't know, Kennedy. Like, they're just going to go off. And then it's going to end up with one of their dads suing the other dad. And the cops getting called somehow, some way, but they're getting called. And they just never make sense. I love when they bring the carts into it too. Like, they just threaten to run over the other guy with the cart. That's great. That's awesome. Keep doing it. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. When you listen, these guys are usually 12 drinks deep. They're like, I can't get arrested on the golf course. So I'm going to drunk drive this thing over another human corpse. And then I'm going to drunk drive home because that's what they do every single time. After the fight, they come home, tell their divorced wife that still lives with them. They're going to tell their divorced wife's boyfriend that lives with them that he won a fight even though both parties went 0-2 for the day, even though they should be 1-1. But no one wins those fights. No one wins those fights. But that's what's great about it. It's two guys that have never been in a fight before. One shirt somehow off, the other collar's popped. That Vineyard Vines is showing, that Ralph Lauren's showing, and nothing happens. And it's awesome. It's beautiful. The country needs more of that. More fights on the country club golf course. More carts getting run over other people when all they said was that a layup when you whiff a shot? That's what this country needs. It really is. I mean, just some going light back and forth, even though they think it's life or death once they start throwing paws without one punch landing, only landing one kick. But guys, that's Nonsense at 9. I talk about Ram topics every single weekday, 9 p.m. Central. Why don't you like? Why don't you sub? I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9 p.m.